Hey, Canlis. Today I want to talk about uncertainty and the fact that no matter what we do, we just can't know everything that's coming down the road for us. Life's filled with uncertainty. We have uncertainty every single day. As soon as you step outside of your door, as soon as you get in your car and you drive to work, heck, even waking up and getting out of bed to some degree, you have uncertainty. As much as we may try to plan and as much as we may try to figure out what we want to do with our lives and how we want things to go and control things and guide things, the fact of the matter is that there are so many moving parts that are going on, and there are so many things that have the potential of being able to affect our lives that the idea of actually having control over exactly what's going to happen to you at any given point in time, to say that you would be able to anticipate everything would be completely unreasonable. There's always going to be things that you're not going to be able to foresee, that you're not going to be able to know that are going to happen. And what I would suggest is that what's actually important about uncertainty and about these situations is not the fact that they happen. It's some bad things are going to happen, and that's unfortunate. But I think that what's more important is that when we're given adversity, it's how we respond to that. That's really more important than anything else. And I think about this in a couple different ways. I think about this in terms of, in light of the bombings that took place at the Boston Marathon and the way that people reacted and the way that people ran towards the explosions. I mean, you hear about that in terms of like on the Marine commercials, like they're the ones who are running towards the commotion. But this was everyday people who were doing this, who were running to help people and give care. And there's many stories out there already talking about the fact that people did this. And then in the waves after that, in terms of people opening up their homes to allow people to stay there because they weren't able to get to their hotels, or the people who went and were donating blood so that to make sure all the area hospitals had enough blood, and hearing them say, yes, we have enough blood, this is great. It's those types of responses to these types of things when we have uncertainty that make me feel better. And it can be difficult, it can be hard. My wife just found out that, unfortunately, her work is going to be closing come September. And so she has a high degree of uncertainty. And we had known about this and we knew that this could have been coming. However, things were looking pretty good for a while there. And so we, kind of lifted our spirits up, and just recently found out that come September, the place that she works at is going to be closing and she won't be having a job. So now we're faced with that uncertainty. But given the fact that, she knew this was coming, and I think she's handling really well. And I think the way that we've responded to it is going to be good. And I commend her for what she's been doing in terms of the way that she's responded to it, because it is a high degree of uncertainty for her. To a degree, her future is uncertain. She's going to continue on with school. And right now we're weighing the different options to figure out what she's going to do. But she has the natural reaction, and it's, not to be unexpected in terms of, a highly emotional reaction, and a lot of frustration and being overwhelmed. And, as we talk about what the options are and things like that. And that's to be expected too. That's human. That's normal. That's, that's part of who we are. And so, but it's how we step forward from that really is important. So, and I'm already know that she's going to do awesome in doing so. So, I just want to take a moment to talk about that in terms of uncertainty, because we're always going to have uncertainty in our lives. There's always going to be things. I mean, like an asteroid could come from the sun side and we wouldn't know about it. We wouldn't see it ahead of time, and the next thing you know, we're done. So there's always that uncertainty, but we can't allow that to paralyze our lives. We can't allow that to stop us from going forward and doing the things that we want to do, and pursuing our dreams and living our lives. We have to live our lives to the fullest and enjoy our lives and do the best that we can. And so, the whole point, like, as I take a look at the things that happened with the Boston Marathon and the terrorists, they're trying to disrupt our way of life. It's not something that should make, at least from my opinion, it's not something that should make me want to stop doing what I'm doing and doing those things. And I would like to see that response from all sorts of people. And I know that won't be the response in all cases, but I think that will be the response in most cases. So that's about everything I want to talk about uncertainty today. I know this is a pretty mellow video. I've just kind of been taking things in and dealing with my uncertainty that I've had in my life over the last couple days here, and just moving forward from it, and kind of taking a moment to take things in and be able to move forward. So thanks for watching.